So we're now going to go to Annet Birungi from Canada. She's the team lead of Imarisha, Dada, Transformer Sister, Female Matters. And Annet, thank you so much for coming on Feminist Question Time. Can you give us an overview of the situation regarding gender identity in Uganda, which is your country, and how much awareness is there of this for the public?
The gender ideology in Uganda, it has been mostly grounded on culture, religion, and the social norms. So the culture and religion and the society is the one that determines you, a woman, or a girl, or a boy, and a man, how you must behave, how you must be in the society, and what you must do. So you find that a girl and a woman grows up to the expectations of the society, the religion, and how the culture describes a woman and how, or a girl how to is expected to live in the society. So a girl, there is no something like I must know or I have a right or how I want to be, how I want to live my life, and how I really want to lead my life. For example, in 2014, there were some arrests made in Uganda of the women and the men who were bisexual, who were homosexuals and lesbians, because in Uganda, that is the gender ideology, and it is like it is not allowed to be that. So you find that a woman and the women and girls, they grow how the society expects them to be, and you find that there is nothing like a girl out and say, no, I have to be like this, I have to. Some of them, they will be disowned in the family. One of my colleagues, she's a lesbian, and when her family found out that she was a lesbian, she was disowned. The parents told her that no, we cannot have a person like you in our family, so you are not our person. We cannot have such a child. So you find that what we know in Uganda is that you have to be a girl, you have to be a boy. There is nothing that society want to know, that there is people who have different gender feelings. Maybe I want to be like LGBTQ community has been a threat, has been threatened. Even the activists and the civil society organizations who have come in fight for the rights of the LGBTQ community, you find that their accounts or their organizations become blocked. They cannot they cannot go ahead and defend them. So it is always hard that the government cannot come in, and you find that it has always blamed the civil society, that you get funders to come and disorganize our country and the cultures. Yes, if you talk about the awareness amongst the public, what has been done is that most civil society organizations like Imarisha are taking in like 80% of the government role in raising awareness about gender ideology, how girls and women should be, and how focusing on their rights, because sex rights is a women's right, and the reproductive right is also a women's right. So much has been done, even though activists and the women's rights organization are always criticized.
So it sounds quite a difficult situation for your Transformer Sister and Female Matters, because struggling for women's rights, and within that, and then lots of homophobia. Within that, you found the declaration, our Declaration on Women's Sex-Based Rights, and you've signed up to that. Why did you sign the Declaration on Women's Sex-Based Rights?
Actually, why I signed it, if you look at the success of the most women's rights in the whole world, and in Uganda particular, it has been founded by the female movements. It has been founded by the feminists, by the collectives. So when I signed it, I believe in collectives. Individual, you cannot fight yourself alone. And when we are many, when we are in collectives, our voices are heard and we feel our voices are uplifted. And also, I wanted to how to contribute to globally from Uganda, from Imarisha Dada, what we do at the grassroots level, what we do at Imarisha Dada, what we do in the rural area. So I signed because I really believe collectiveness, the movements, if you look at the histories, the struggles of women movements, they have been through the collectives. So Women Human Rights Campaign, it actually, to me, it came in the right time because I was had established a movement which is called Female Matters Movement to uplift the voice of young women and girls to come up and speak up about their voices, to come up and speak up about their rights, how they want to live. So that is one of the reasons why I signed the declaration to also put my signature that I'm also against agenda ideologies. I'm also against what the society expects of women and girls.
Can you tell us more about your organization, Imarisha Dada, Transformer Sister? How long have you been going and what work do you do?
Imarisha Dada is a Swahili word meaning transformer sister. So it started as a movement, it started as the Female Matters movement. Yes, the movement still goes on. So when we came to register it in Uganda, it was during the time of elections. So we got a lot of criticism from government, from other partners that we could not register movement at that time. So then we decided to register it as the Imarisha Dada as a civil society organization. But still, Imarisha Dada runs Female Matters movement. It's an independent, safe space to come and promote their rights so they can inspire collective actions that challenge all forms of oppression from social, cultural, political, and the environment. So we formed the movement so that to create a space and give their views, challenge all forms of the injustice and oppressions, so that they can have an environment where they can prosper in society. So basically, one of our vision is we want to breed the young feminisms. We want to breed young feminisms with the feminist voice. We want to see that voice of young girl, young woman coming up, come and fight for their rights, talk on their own, have their own mind, and have the freedom. So we do this by engaging in conversational circles. Conversation circles, we always have small spaces of young women so that we can know what they think, what they feel about, and what is challenging them, so that we have also collectives like signatories to come together and present our views at the local councils, in the government, and other public sectors. So that's what Imarisha Dada does. And also we do campaigns. We form movement. We have formed movements like Female Matters movement. It is strictly a feminist movement, and it is only for young women, because we feel that over the time, these young women have not got a space. They have not got a free space to come in and have their voices. Of course, in Uganda, the government have come in to promote, to emancipate for women's rights, but still the space is not safe. We don't feel safe when we are talking about women. We don't feel safe when we are talking about sex rights. We don't feel safe when we are talking about what concerns us as women. So so this one we want to help young women to identify themselves, especially the young girls, identify themselves, to discover themselves and know what they really want and how they can be helped, so they can have that voice that everyone will hear, and they can confidently talk what matters to them.
When you became a feminist, how did you know that you were a feminist, and where did you get your information? Was other books that women read and share in Uganda? Do you have some important Ugandan feminists that you follow, or did you make it? Where did you find out your feminist ideas?
Yes. We have women who have fought our struggles. We have our ancestral women who have fought our struggles. Um, me, as a childhood, when I was growing up, I did certain things from the beginning I didn't like as a girl. Like, we were raised like, you have to do this, you have to do this. There's nothing like my elders talked about, like, you know what, Annette, you have to grow, focus on yourself, do what is important for you. But you find that the conversations the elders could give us was like, Annette, you have to grow, get married, and be like this, behave like this. So all that thing from a child that was challenging all those gender ideologies towards women and girls. So I learned feminism about like 6 years ago. I had attended the feminism training. One of the national organizations in Uganda had organized the feminism training. So I attended the feminism training, and it helped me to really know who I am better, to discover myself. So I realized that there are some women, more women who were feminists, but they did not know that they are feminists, because even now in Uganda, when you talk about feminism in most societies and communities, they think that feminism, you are fighting the men, you are fighting masculinity, which is not the case. So I'm really very proud that I discovered myself. And of course, we have women in Uganda. There are very many and feminist organizations that I'm looking at that have been fighting for women's rights. They have been feministing for everyone to enjoy their rights without judgment, without negative attitude, but of course to support. Thank you.